Welcome back to Cigar Time, your very, very friendly show all about premium cigars.
Scott's in the shop this week.
I'm actually on camera this week.
Is he actually in the frame now?
Yeah, I can adjust that though.
Oh, wow. I can see the thousands of people tuning out right now.
Yeah.
Well, today we're a little shorthanded. One of our castmates is stuck on the turnpike
In the snow.
in a driving blizzard. And considering it's October, it's early snow.
Early snow.
Early snow.
Would have to be.
I remember we had quite a snow 3 or 4 years back on Halloween.
I
right
remember
before
that.
Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good bit.
It was.
It was a scary thing. At any rate,
That
that was a time release.
I get it.
Time
That was-
delay. What are we doing today?
I don't know. We're doing another blind taste test on the cigar
Oh, look who arrived.
because we're so successful at.
Uh-oh. Our snowbound
There he is.
guy just arrived.
Do you have a cigar for him?
Yep.
Nice.
We're actually shooting, Moose, so come on in.
Don't say anything, Darren.
Shift out. You're out of the
You're out
frame
of the
now.
frame again.
Thanks a lot. Now I'm out. Bye.
You walk, I'll bring your chair. Alright.
First you were
All right,
in,
so-
then you were out.
Oh, so before we cut, I guess we should,
Oh, I already cut. Sorry.
What's going on, bro?
I didn't get the memo.
we just sat here and talked about it.
We did?
Yes.
You were in my deaf ear. Okay, I'll make pretend I didn't.
We're going to be
Okay,
showing you the
I'll
different
recut.
kinds of cuts and lights and all. Talk about them, what we like about them, what we don't like about them.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've actually covered this, so, all of the new people who have developed the habit over
Yep.
COVID.
Yeah. A bunch of those.
So just for purpose of the show, I'm going to use what we call it's either a bullet, I call it bullet, but some people call it a
Yeah.
punch cut.
Punch cut, yeah.
Which basically it's just a little cylinder that's really, really super sharp, like a bullet. What?
I was asking, are you in the frame? Because you look like you're way outside the
That's what I
frame.
always say.
No, he's good.
You good?
Oh.
Yeah,
anyway.
he's got another foot on the other side.
So all you do is it just puts a little hole in the end of the cigar. You just kind of twist it, and there you go.
Pull it out.
Yeah. Now the difference between this and a guillotine cut or even a V cut is that the smoke gets more concentrated. Some of the advantages are you tend to smoke the cigar slower because not as much air is coming through, so it doesn't burn as much. So the cigar can last longer, and it burns cooler. One of the disadvantages, though, is when you get closer to the end, a lot of the nicotine will get trapped in here, and the cigar can get kind of nasty. But then again, some people love that.
Yeah. John likes that.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
There are two reasons I don't like the bullet cut, if I may be so bold. One, which is your last reason, of the nicotine getting trapped in the liquid and the tar and
Right.
it gets nasty towards the end. The other reason I don't like it is it tends to concentrate the smoke down the middle of your tongue as
Yeah.
opposed to coating.
Right.
I actually use the perfect cut guillotine, which actually shaves off the correct amount of the head of the cigar.
Which is actually something to
That
think
was
of.
weak.
A lot of people should use.
I mean,
Yes.
When you're,
But this concentrates the smoke.
yeah,
Right, you get it all through your entire mouth.
and 99 times out of 100, that's the cut that I use.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No. I use the V cut. It puts a little notch in the back of the cigar. It's also almost like a perfect cut also because you can only put it in so far. Some are more shallow than others. This is this is very deep, which I really like. I don't know if you can see that, but it puts a little V.
Turn it this way.
Little V in there. And what I like about this is that you can focus the draw either straight down the middle or side to side.
You have to turn it.
But you have to turn it. You're supposed to turn your cigar anyway.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because half the time when I'm smoking, I'm like turning it anyway.
Yeah,
So
you're turning it anyway.
You know why you
so
do
you
that?
get it all around.
No, I would guess because when I had engineering classes, I was no engineer, but I would rotate the pencil to keep it even. And I do that with a cigar.
That's exactly the same reason.
Yeah,
Well, look at
Um,
me.
People that turn the cigar get a better ash burn and more even ash
Get a
burn.
bit of Richie.
What's
A
that?
bit of Richie.
Yeah.
Bit of Richie
Rich
Ashburn.
Ashburn. Oh my God.
What? I can't believe we've done.
No. This also doesn't destroy the cap. It doesn't destroy the shoulders, so
Yeah, it's the same with
your
this one,
cigar
too.
will stay together better.
Yeah.
But once you keep it, if you keep it in your mouth too long, then at the end of the cigar, it comes off.
And that'll slow down. You'll burn a little bit cooler than a
Cooler than the
cut, too.
guillotine, but not
cool.
as cool as the punch
Yeah.
cut.
Moose,
but
what's
I prefer this
what's
one.
your go-to cut, Moose? Since we,
Guillotine period.
yeah.
Just guillotine. Am I on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Off with the head.
No, I meant the microphone. Wasn't sure. Yeah, I understand your joys of the V and the punch, but probably like a lot of people, I tend to slobber on it a lot,
Yeah.
and all that end comes off of my mouth. You know,
Yeah.
the cap ends up coming off in my mouth. And
See, that happens to me more
At
with the
the
guillotine
end.
cut.
No, well, you cut the cap off then. You know.
What I tell people is when they're not sure, I just say all you're trying to do is basically scrape the end, like the skin of the cigar off. That's,
Right,
That's
yeah,
all you're trying to do.
Yeah, I tell them the same thing.
With
But-
that, you have this is a guillotine cut. So if you put it down on the table, open it up, and then put it like this, it's basically the same as the perfect cut.
Yeah,
if
right.
you don't have that,
But if you're
and it
trained
takes off the same
professionals
amount.
like us, you don't have to do that. You can eyeball it.
That's
Unless
true.
it's dark. Then I have to use my phone to.
Yeah. So you can just put the cutter down, put the cigar in, and then cut it off, and you cut off the perfect amount. So.
Here, use those.
Right.
Are we smoking now?
But we're gonna light.
Oh,
we gotta
we're
talk
We're
about
gonna
lighting.
Talk about lighting now.
Now, there's lots of different ways. Light it however you want. Just don't use a candle.
It's everything about this is personal.
Except
so
for you can't use a candle. That's not.
you can't use a Zippo lighter.
So
Or gas?
Wee bit, that's all you take off.
I'm sure you've all, if whoever has bought a box or you've ever been to a cigar shop, you've seen these thin, thin. This is Spanish cedar, thin. What do I want to call it? Laminate. It's like
veneer.
veneer in the cigar boxes, and they're there to separate the cigars, but they're also there. You break off pieces, and many people like to use this to light the cigar. So the problem with this is, as you will see in a minute, is extremely.
Have the fire extinguishers handy, please?
Yes.
It's extremely messy.
So they'll use this to actually light the cigar. And it's kind of a pain in the butt when you like to, I like to, 99% of the time, char the cigar or warm the end of it before I light it. But the problem with this, although it's kind of cool, and I do like the cedar,
the smell.
the
Yeah.
smell of the cedar,
Right.
it's tough to get an even light because the flame isn't consistent.
Right.
But and many of our stores will have these broken up and sitting in a box for people who like to do this. But as you can tell, it gets really.
I
Actually,
always
didn't do too bad.
I always thought of that as more ceremonial than practical.
Yeah.
It's
It's just
like
fun.
the old English lounge type of,
We forgot scissors,
it looked-
Oh, we forgot scissors.
which is the most elegant kind.
right, good word, elegant, good word. As for me,
Actually, Art and I both like this. Again,
like what?
this way of lighting a cigar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah, no, it smells great. Do we have smell-o-vision going?
No.
No. not
Scratch
yet.
and sniff.
We won't be able to smell.
Yes, if you scratch your TV screen,
You can smell.
I take a soft flame and I char the foot, and that helps regulate the burn, nice even burn. It's a soft flame. No good in a howling wind on a golf course, but indoors or no wind, great light. Inexpensive, typical lighter. Although you can get soft flames for lots of money,
Like mine.
like Rob's, $2,000.
yeah.
No, not even close. But I also like the soft flame.
Yeah, that's. I
So-
agree.
It's also elegant when
Yes.
it's with a lighter like this. Not
Yes. And we also.
Are you making fun of my DuPont?
yes.
There it says, ST DuPont.
Yeah.
The advantage we have is we're 99% of the time we're inside, so we don't have to use a torch. But
Right.
even when I'm outside, I'll try and fight it with a soft flame if I can, unless it's a
The funny,
gale.
the funny thing is, I have drawers and drawers of lighters that I've accumulated over the last upteen zillion years. I have lighters that are $1,000 lighters, and 99% of my cigars are lit with this $1.99 a Jeep.
Yeah.
I start.
love 'em.
I start with this just because it's not real.
Yeah.
But then if it goes out it's just so convenient because I've got these Jeeps spread out all over the place. Like so, there's always one when I'm sitting at my desk
Yeah.
within reaching distance.
I prefer the beat up old thing I paid $8 for and I've had it for 6 years.
That's a great
Is that the
lighter.
one of that's
Yes.
That's
Jetline?
the original. Yeah.
That's the original Jetline
That's the
New York.
original.
Oh, those are the
It's
best.
in New York. They don't make it anymore.
This thing's, the bottom's ripped off, it's beat up, this doesn't work anymore, but,
What happened to your lightsaber?
I got mad and threw it against the wall.
You know what's the one I
And
ironic
when I
about
do it, I also toast the, you know,
Toast, yeah.
turn it, you know, go around and around.
I like that you brought that in because we had one that was the store lighter
Yeah.
for like 5 years. And
Yeah.
imagine how many times, and it lasted 5 years. And somebody, like, we fixed it, I don't know, 10 times. Finally, it was beyond repair. And somebody threw it, I'm like, you can't throw that out. It's in the Cigar Hall of Fame. It's up on one of our shelves,
Is it
just
really?
sitting up there gathering dust. No, nobody's throwing that out.
I just bought some new ones. It's similar, but it's not exactly. That's called the.
After I charred,
You talk about not wanting to throw things out. I had a electric
4/4
adding
turns.
machine sitting on my desk.
Boom.
You know,
Done.
yay by yay. And it's been sitting on my desk for the last 26 years here. And I had it before here, probably in my office in my home. And over the years, it accumulated the debris and from the smoke and everything. And the key started sticking.
Mhm.
And, you know, I went to a certain online vendor and bought a new calculator, not really all that expensive. And I thought to myself, I can't just throw this thing out. It's like your lighter.
Right.
I can't just throw this thing out. So I got some pine saw and some elbow grease.
A
especially
lot of elbow grease with
Oh.
that nicotine. Oof.
Came right off. I cleaned
It's
that.
not sticky?
Nope. I
Wow.
cleaned that sucker up. I took it home. Now it's on my office desk at home.
To clean our humidors with pine salt.
Holy mackerel!
I
That
thought
sucker
great stuff.
cleaned up like
Cleans
it was
everything.
new.
And then that's good.
Well, I was correlating the story to what he talked about his Hall of
Right.
Fame lighter. But mine's not gathering dust because I actually cleaned it every once in a while.
Does
Well,
it
now
work?
it's gathering dust again.
Another way is matches.
Matches?
Matches.
need
Don't
to
say
say
that.
that.
Oh, God,
Matches.
I knew it was coming.
What?
Well, how can you resist a line like that?
I agree.
I'm just upset.
This is actually a little bit better than the cedar.
I think it's worse because the matches are shorter. At least the cedar's a little longer.
Yeah, it's a little more consistent though. And Rob used too, which is what a
Better.
lot of people do.
Yeah.
And one of the keys, I'm sure you were going to say this about the matches, is let it burn past the sulfur.
Sulfur.
Yes.
Sulfur
yes,
burn
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
So, but, oh. Which is also obviously a soft flame,
Mhm.
which is what I like.
You should have brought in your. Is it still working? That the lighter you dip the wick, and you.
No, doesn't work anymore. From the 1940s.
That's so cool.
But then there's also, the Moose likes that's a triple flame, right?
Triple flame, yeah.
There's the single flame, the double flame.
I like the angle on that.
I like the angle on this too.
Almost like a pipe lighter.
It does.
Almost,
Well, you
you
could.
could probably use
Yeah.
it
You
for it.
probably could use it, yeah. But there's a double flame,
That's up to
and
date.
then the triple flame, and then they have quad flames,
I
and
don't
then
think you-
there are some others.
I think
I
that's
don't think you should light a pipe with a
Butane, no.
The thing
The flame's too hot.
yeah.
It'll,
See, I think-
it'll ruin the bowl.
I think the jet's too. I think that's the bowl. I think a jet heats this up too much unless you
I agree.
pull it way back. And I think it
agree.
singes the oils in the tobacco.
When I'm toasting it, that's as close as I get to the cigar.
Mhm.
I always hold the lighter out away from the bottom of the cigar, and I put it in my mouth.
Well, it's easier to
Finish
take a
the light.
soft flame and do that, to have it lick up to the foot of the
Yeah.
cigar.
Yeah, so-
Those things are too concentrated.
You know what? I use a soft
You
flame
can
so
light
much.
it here.
Yeah, just like that.
What the common problem with the jet flames
Yeah.
is that people hold them way too close.
Oh yeah, they jam it right in there.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I've
jam
seen
it
them
in.
go.
that ruins the lighter, too.
Oh my
Where
god!
actually the hottest part is the part you can't see
Yeah,
above
see,
the
yeah,
flame.
Right,
So that's what you hold it back that far. So that part is the part that hits the flame.
right.
I had like 2 days ago. I had evidence. You can still see it. to
That you
prove
can't use a lighter.
Well, I was, no, I don't, I honestly, I am not very good at using a torch because I never ever use it. So I just have trouble with it, but, I was at an event where there were adult beverage were being served. And it was we were outside and it was somebody, they had a birthday cake. And so, of course, I had my lighter and they're like, we can't get it to work. And I'm like,
Are you trying to light the candles with
you're
a jet?
outside. Yeah, we're outside. And I'm like, damn, it's not working. I'm like, is it the, I'm like,
That wasn't too bright.
so I walked around with ice in my
It's
hand for 2
when you're
hours.
outside, it's hard
So
to
don't
see.
listen to
a
anything he
torch
says
light.
today.
It is very difficult.
It's hard to
oh,
see with-
none of us here have done that.
Yeah, I
What's
do it
that?
all the time.
Yeah,
No. What I've done is when I'm toasting it, I go a little too far out, catch
Yeah,
the thumb.
yeah.
Right.
I do it all the
That's one of the
time.
reasons I don't like a jet lighter.
That's why when you told me last week you were talking about somebody who's a like industry professional was lighting.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
So I'm like,
I could
how
not
do they not
believe
burn
it.
their eyes?
I could
I
not
don't know.
believe it.
The thing is with these multi-torch lighters, you use up 3 times the amount
Oh,
of
yeah.
fuel, 2 times the amount of fuel. You know, quads use 4 times the amount of fuel, but it also lights your cigar 4 times as fast.
I used to always accuse him of having stock in the butane companies because his lighter, the flame used to go to the ceiling.
Well, if you've got stock, could you get him to ship some more stuff to us? will you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't like about jets is they just, I don't. You could have a $500 DuPont jet lighter and you're gonna have issues with it,
No,
I
you're
have
gonna
one of
lose
them
it.
too.
or lose it.
You're gonna lose it, or someone's gonna steal
I mean,
it.
it's relatively, if you know what you're doing, it's relatively. I mean, we've gotten pretty good over the years at fixing these things,
Yeah.
but you know,
If the spark is, you can't get a spark here. We can't fix that.
it's not necessarily true.
Here's another tip we can give out.
Honestly, I
I
have
haven't fixed
to.
the spark.
Sometimes it loses connection. So if you take, honestly, I take a paper
This
clip.
is my
And rub
micro,
it.
microsurgery.
No, you take a paper. You can take the little sparker thing out, and if you put a paper clip in there and bend it over, you can get a spark.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's just a rod.
Yeah, that's all that is.
It's a lot of work for a $10 lighter.
Well, this was $11.
For
That's different.
the people that jam the lighter into the cigar to light it,
Oh, don't do that.
they're going to accumulate ash in there.
Oh, inside,
And
yeah.
the burners are not going to
Oh,
work
yeah,
right.
it's
Right.
terrible.
So without lighting the cigar, top to top, take the Q-tip with some rubbing alcohol on it,
Yep.
and it'll clean right up.
It's amazing how good the light
You also
is.
can
do
clean the
that,
post
don't
up with it too to get the ash
Right.
off of that and the buildup.
you? Yeah, well, I have to do that with this is. Where'd my letter go? This is one of those that has the two. Anyway, it's got the two
Two
gas,
Yeah,
two
like-
flames,
like gas.
and it merges into one. And I'll use the alcohol to clean those off all the time.
I do it. Yeah, I cleaned mine yesterday. I do it once a week at least.
And then
Whether you need it or not.
fixing
Whether it needs it
lighters,
or not.
nothing. There's no greater tool than compressed air.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Blow all the
Well,
stuff out.
that's always a good thing, but sometimes the ash will get jammed down into the jet. We need to do that.
The two other things I've used to clean them is one, if you turn the can upside down of canned air or compressed air, you spray it in there and it'll freeze it. Sometimes you can leave it for a couple seconds. You can tap it and the ash will fall out. Or, it makes me nervous when I do this, you can take a single flame jet. You can, yeah,
Burn
but
it
I've
out.
done it, burn it out, yeah.
I've never done that.
And the great key is once you do get it lit, is let it burn for like 30 seconds to burn anything that's in there out.
Mhm.
What do you guys want to talk about today?
Probably should talk about the cigar, maybe? Give our opinions on it, maybe?
Well, medium. It's got a little bit of spice across this, almost like the center front of my tongue.
Yeah, me too.
It's
That's what I've got, and it's very strange because I rarely use the bullet or punch cut, and I can feel the cool. When I draw in, I can feel exactly where it's hitting my tongue.
I'm getting a toasty taste. Little bit of toast. Little wood. Let's say
Is that good?
if you like it. If you like
Because
it.
they're up there with orange peel.
Yeah, peel. No orange peel in this one.
So far, this is a one-dimensional cigar.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying medium. Like the medium. It's not real
You think this is light?
to me yet.
Wow.
I think it's
I mean, the
medium.
darker the cigar, the better for me. So this would be a light cigar to me. And I'm getting a bit of a rye taste to it.
Are you retrohaling again?
Have you-
I may have.
Have you tried? Have you kept doing
Yeah,
it?
yeah. My wife hates it.
Ah.
Just, what are you doing? She said, I always come up with the excuse. It's that breathing and swallowing thing.
I'm getting Honduran tobacco out of this cigar.
I didn't want. I wasn't going to say that, but I
Yes,
was
you
thinking this tastes like something, and I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Getting Honduran tobacco.
And everybody here and our viewers will be happy to know I watched a bunch of shows and I do exhale through my mouth on a fairly regular basis.
Okay.
You had to sit down and look at that just to.
I didn't know because when I'm thinking
It's so
about it,
natural. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
natural thing. You don't think about it. at all.
exactly. So I watched. I'm like, oh, look at that! I actually do exhale through my mouth. So stop the emails.
I don't know what this is, although I'm strange feeling I know who made it, but I'm not really, I gotta say, I'm not,
I'm willing to bet we all have the exact same guess.
I don't know.
Oh, I have no.
but I'm not jumping up and down over this. It's, maybe I expect a different taste, it just,
It has a little bit. There's a little bit of sweetness in there too.
I don't get much of that.
I am. Through this, not on the wrapper. Sometimes I think you can get sweetness from the wrapper, other times I think you can get it through the smoke, and this one's coming through the smoke.
I'm getting a little earthiness to it.
Yeah. Definitely.
No, that I'm definitely getting, I don't particularly care for it.
Well, I think, yeah, Hondurans,
It is earthy.
yeah,
Yeah. To me,
technically everything is earthy, but,
We come from the earth, we go back to the earth.
Mhm.
Well, if there's a quake on Mars, what do they call it?
A Mars quake.
I guess. I stole that, I saw it in an ad or something.
There's an ad for that.
It was a trailer for a TV show or something, or a commercial.
a stringent taste, I don't know what it is.
It doesn't,
Well, you're really not liking that cigar, are you?
No, I'm not.
So-
I'll be honest. I mean, it's not horrible.
I have a feeling we sell a ton of them.
It's possible. I mean, our tastes are going to be.
This show's been off to a rocky start, I know that.
I figured that. Yeah.
Once you said we sell a ton of them,
You're kind of walking right on the edge with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're real cliffhanger.
Well, we could be wrong. Past shows have,
Have demonstrated how
yeah,
wrong.
Yes.
how wrong we really
Yeah,
are.
it's probably get Davidoff Nicaragua or something.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
no, it's not a
Definitely
Davidoff.
not.
No, those are box press.
yeah, that's the reason you don't know. You know why. It's not it. It's not a bad cigar.
Stop.
But
Exactly. I was
what's
going
the
to say those
opposite- what's the
exact
opposite-
words.
yeah.
Were you really?
What's
Yes.
the opposite of that's not bad.
It's not great. It's not bad.
I mean, for a $6 or $7 cigar,
He'll watch like $14.
if it's 14, we're not revealing what it is.
Only Big John knows. Yeah, we don't all lose that sponsor right down.
Yeah.
It's funny that Scott and I think it's the same.
How do you know? You haven't even guessed.
We haven't, but I know what he thinks it is.
Yeah, except it might be too short to be that.
I see, now you're second guessing yourself.
Yes, but I'm going with that anyway.
Me too. I'm trying to think what else it could be. See, that's our problem. Trying to think of what it could
Well,
be.
I can tell you what it's not.
Well, you know it's not a Davidoff.
Well, yeah.
No.
It's also not a pepper.
No, there's not enough
Even though it has
spice.
a little spice on it, it doesn't have the
It's
kind
not
of
enough-
spice that pepper
yeah,
does.
It's
It's not
not
sweet enough for
No.
Ganache and Maduro.
No,
No.
not at all.
And I don't think
It's
that's...
not dark
I don't
enough.
think...
I-
That...
That's not the right size for it.
I think this is.
No, there's other
This
attributes.
looks like more of a Sumatra wrapper.
That wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, it's not... I don't know if it looks like
I don't-
Sumatra to me, but it doesn't look
It's-
like a Connecticut
That's why I
rum.
think
It's-
your kind of hint at what you think it is may be right.
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought as soon as I lit it up.
Yeah.
It's still one dimension.
But it's not bad. I mean,
It's a
good,
cigar.
It's a good tasting cigar.
Yeah.
it is.
And if it's a cigar we all think it is, it's not a bad price. And it,
No,
Right.
no.
Yeah,
Well,
I know Rob doesn't like this, but the price makes this a decent cigar.
I just got a little Christmas.
If it was
That has nothing
if it
to
was
do-
$1 or two more,
Yes,
I
it
would
does.
say
It's a,
That's different.
I just
That
got a
has
mixture
nothing to do
of
with the
maple and cinnamon.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I'm
I did.
sorry to say it does these days.
That has nothing to do with the rating of a cigar.
What?
The taste and the value have things to do with the taste and the value.
No,
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with the rating.
You misunderstood
Oh,
me.
see. I thought you were telling
What
me.
what I was saying is, because it's the price of what we think it is,
Yeah.
okay, it's a better cigar, just a little bit. I mean,
In your mind.
No,
In your
I
mind.
could see myself buying it
Look.
because the price isn't outrageous.
Yes.
If there was,
But if it was $1 or $2 more, I'd balk.
if there was if there was a cigar that was rated at 95 and it was $30, that would affect my judgment on whether or not to buy it. If there was a cigar that was rated at 95 that was $10, I'd be more likely to buy it. But it doesn't change the fact that it's the 95 rating.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how I view the rating.
That's
Rob and
what
I
I
are on
was
the
trying
same
to
page.
say.
He just takes all the hits for it. Yeah,
I don't care.
I know you don't.
That's management 101.
I have big shoulders. I don't care.
Well, as we come to the
We only have 2
closing,
minutes
Oh,
left.
yeah, you should text me what it is.
moments
I
of the
did.
show,
Oh, okay.
so who wants to go first?
Shut up. It is not.
Huh?
Lying sack of shit.
So what do you think it is?
I think it's the edge.
I didn't think it. I think it's an Edge Sumatra.
But I didn't get that far.
I think it's the Edge Maduro.
So what is it? It's obviously not.
Show me what it really is. Wait.
That is what it is.
No, it's not.
It's
What's
an
that?
open-
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Really?
This is an
This is
AJ?
Nicaraguan?
Yep.
Wow.
All right, we're not doing this anymore. No more blind taste. No more blind, because
You know how hard this is to do? When they do the blind taste test at like the leading magazines like Cigar Aficionado and such, they don't tell them what it is. They smoke them and then they rate them and then they tell you what it is. Which is not different than what we just did. But we guess at it. They don't try to guess at it.
right.
You know how
they
hard it is
evaluate
to
the
guess
cigar.
what it, I thought your edge was right on the mark.
Have we actually
And
guessed
it's
the right
it's nothing like an edge in terms of tobacco.
No.
Wow. I changed my mind. I like this cigar. It's a 95.
It's getting better. It's getting better.
Hey, that stuff. That stuff. That's why
I
we
actually
go
got to
blind.
hit.
It
I
does
actually
influence.
I just actually got to hit a cocoa from it.
Christmas.
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 Well, as we come to the close of our store, we want to remind you to stay tuned and watch, our Saving Money show, Cigar Time outlet show, and remind you our CigarSamplers.com, our sister company, has gone live, and go to the website CigarSamplers.com and let your friends and neighbors know. So until next week, we want to thank you for watching, thank you for your business, and
Those two